Good morning, children. Welcome back to our online classes. Today, I am going to handle English subject. In that, we are going to see a prose part. Prose, what it means? It means a story part. Yes, children. Today, I am going to tell you a story called The Bubble, the Straw, and the Shoe. Children, now I'm going to bring bubble here. Do you like to see it? Okay. But for that, we have to count so that bubble will come here. Bubble, are you ready? Yes, bubble is ready. Shall we count? 1, 2, 3. Wow, it looks so nice, right? Okay, now I'm going to blow the bubbles using straw. This is the straw. For what we will use straw? For drinking juice, for blowing the bubbles. So we will use straw for that. Now I'm going to blow bubbles using straw. Ready to watch? Okay. Wow, colorful bubbles are here. Do you like all the bubbles? I like to blow bubbles, children. So this bubble is the one of the main character in our story. And the second character is straw. By using straw, we can drink the juice. Oh, I feel little hungry now. I want to drink juice, children. Shall we do the magic again? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Wow, colorful juices are here. I'm going to drink the juice now. Tasty. So by using straw, we can drink the juice. This straw is the second main character in our story. And the third character is shoe. Do you want to see shoe? Now the shoe is going to dance here. Shall we welcome the shoes here? We'll count again. 1, 2, 3. Wow, beautiful pairs of shoes here. Which one you like, children? The blue one or the red one? You like both the shoes? Really, I liked it too. So this is the third main character in our story. Oh, you are super excited about the story. I know, children, you love to hear stories, isn't it? So that only I came for you to tell the story. As I said before, what is our story name? The Bubble, the Straw, and the Shoe. Can you repeat it for me? The bubble, the straw, and the shoe. This story is going to be an interesting one for you. So children, listen carefully. Before we start, let me introduce three main characters which we are going to see in our story. The first one is Bubble. Bubble looks like this, isn't it? Where you can see the bubble, children? You can see the bubble by mixing soap or shampoo into your water, and there you can see small and big bubbles coming out of water. And also you can blow bubbles by using bubble blower toy. And now second one is shoe. We wear shoes to protect our feet. We have different types of shoes at various colors. And the third one is straw. Straw looks like this, right? I hope you are familiar with the straw because whenever you go for any juice shop, you will use to drink the juice with the straw. Right, children? So, children, these are the three main characters in our story. Can you tell me the characters? The bubble, the straw, and the shoe. Very good. Let's get into the story now. Once upon a time, there lived the bubble, the straw, and the shoe. One day, they went into the forest. What is meant by forest, children? Forest is a large land with many trees. Many animals need forest to live and to survive. Can you tell me some animals which will live in the forest? Lion, tiger, monkeys, elephant, etc. Not only animal children, there will be insects and birds too. So in the dark forest, the bubble, the straw and the shoe were walking one fine day. On the way, they came across a river, but they did not know how to cross it. The shoe planned and said to Bubble that, "Let us float on you." The Bubble replied, "No, Shoe, I will burst as I am very light." The Bubble suggested, "Let the straw stretch himself from one bank to the other, then we can cross the river by sitting on it." Children, what is meant by bank here? Bank means land at either side of the river. Bank means land at either side of the river. So the straw stretched himself from one bank to the other. Now the shoe kept a step forward and jumped on the straw. Oh God! The straw broke. The shoe fell into your water with a loud splash. By seeing this, the bubble shook and shook with laughter and burst with a big bang. So children, the moral of the story is proper analysis of a situation is important instead of following others' advice blindly. Now we will have a reading session. Our story name is The Bubble, the Straw and the Shoe. Listen and enjoy this story. Once upon a time, there lived a bubble, a straw and a shoe. One day, they went into the forest. They came to a river. They did not know how to cross it. The shoe said, "Bubble, let us float on you." "No, Shoe, let straw stretch himself from one bank to the other. Then we can cross the river." So the straw stretched himself from one bank to the other. When the shoe jumped on the straw, it broke. The shoe fell into the water with a loud splash. The bubble shook and shook with laughter and burst with a big bang. So children, I hope you understood the story. Now this is a time for question and answer session. My first question is, name the 3 friends. To answer this question, I will go back to my story and read it. Once upon a time, there lived a bubble, a straw and a shoe. This tells me the name of the 3 friends: bubble, straw and a shoe. So what is the name of the 3 friends? Bubble, straw and a shoe. Now my second question is, where did they go one day? To answer this question, I will go back to my story again and read it. One day they went into the forest. This tells me that the bubble, the straw and the shoe went into the forest. And the next question is, what did they want to do? I will find the answer to this question from the story. So let's read it. They came to a river. They did not know how to cross it. So this tells me the bubble, the straw and the shoe came across a river, but they did not know how to cross it. So they wanted to cross the river. And the next question is, how do you make bubbles? For this question, you can't find the answers in the story. You have to think and say. We can take some soap and mix it in the water gently and dip a straw in it. After some time, you can take it out and blow some bubbles in the air. So this way we can make the bubbles. Next question. What do you wear on your feet? Yes, you wear shoes on your feet. Very good. And the next question. How would you cross a river? I think we would swim and cross a river, isn't it? You have done a good job, children. You really answered well for all the questions.
Bananas. Grapes. Pineapple.
Next, put the doing words into the sentences. To answer this question, we have to choose words from this yellow box and then fill in the blanks. But before we start, we need to understand what doing words are. Doing words are the actions that the character is doing. I repeat, doing words are the actions that the character is doing. Let's take the first word, jumped. Look at this picture. What the characters are doing? They are jumping. They are jumping. Now the second word, shook. Look at this picture to understand what shook means. I am shaking a tree. The apple fell down. So when I shook a tree, the apple fell down. Now the third word, stretched. Look at this picture. In this picture, the man is stretching. In this picture, the man is stretching. And the last word, burst. Burst. Look at this picture. When you break a balloon with needle, it bursts. When you break a balloon with needle, it will burst. Now that we have understood the meaning of doing words, let's fill in the blanks. Let's start our first statement. The straw dashed himself from one bank to the other. To answer this question, I will go back to the story and read it. So, the straw stretched himself from one bank to the other. So, I will write the answer as stretched. What is the answer? Stretched. We'll read the statement now. The straw stretched himself from one bank to the other. The straw stretched himself from one bank to the other. Let's read the second statement. The shoe dashed on the straw. For this question, again I will go back to the story and read it. When the shoe jumped on the straw, it broke. This tells me the shoe jumped on the straw. The shoe jumped on the straw. So the answer is jumped. The answer is jumped. We'll read the statement. The shoe jumped on the straw. The shoe jumped on the straw. Next to the third statement. The bubble dash and dash with laughter and dash with a big bang. I will go back to the story again. The bubble shook and shook with laughter and burst with a big bang. This tells me that the bubble shook and shook with laughter and burst with a big bang. Now children, it's thinking time. Put the following into the tub of water and say which one will float and which one will sink. First we need to know what is the meaning of the words float and sink. If the object is dropped into the water, it stays on top, it doesn't go at the bottom of the bucket, then that is said to be float. If the object is dropped into the water and it doesn't stay on the top, it will go in the bottom of the bucket, then that is said to be a sink. Children, usually the objects which are heavy will sink in the water and the objects which are very light will float on the water. I hope this will help you to find the answers now. Our first object is ribbon. Ribbon will float or sink? Ribbon will float on the water because it is very light object. And the next, feather. Feather will float or sink? Feather will float because it is also a very light object. It will not sink in the water. And the third one, marble. Marble is a heavy object, so automatically it will sink in the water. And the next word, leaf. Leaf will float or sink? Leaf will float on the water because the leaf is a light object. And the next one, stone. Stone will float or sink? Stone will sink because stone is a heavy object. Next, stick. Stick will sink or float? Stick will float on the water because stick is a light object. And the next one, paper. Paper will float on the water because it is a light object. And the next one, straw. Straw is a heavy object or a light object? It is a very light object, so it will float on the water. Next, shoes. Shoes will sink or float? Shoes will sink because it is an heavy object. And the last word, spoon. Spoon will sink or float? Spoon will sink in the water because it is a heavy object. Children, now let's read some new words in the story. The first word is bubble. What is the meaning of the bubble? The thin film of liquid filled with air or gas soap. What is the spelling of the bubble? B-U-B-B-L-E. Bubble. B-U-B-B-L-E. Bubble. And the second word, shoe. What is the meaning of shoe? It is an footwear. It is an footwear. Say the spelling of shoe. S-H-O-E. S-H-O-E. Shoe. Third word, forest. Forest. What is the meaning of forest? A large land with many trees. Many animals need forest to live and to survive. Say the spelling of forest. F-O-R-E-S-T. Forest. Fourth one, river. Fourth one, river. River is a flowing or moving stream of water. The spelling of river is R-I-V-E-R. R-I-V-E-R. River. Fifth one, float. The object will remain on the surface of a liquid that is called float. The spelling of the float is F-L-O-A-T. F-L-O-A-T. Float. Sixth word, splash. Meaning the sound or action of liquid that has been hit to make scatter. Sixth one, splash. Sixth one, splash. Meaning the sound or action of liquid that has been hit and made to scatter. That is called splash. The spelling of the splash is S-P-L-A-S-H. S-P-L-A-S-H. Splash. And the next word, burst. Meaning to break open. For example, I hate when the balloons burst. Spelling B-U-R-S-T. Burst. B-U-R-S-T. Burst. And the next word, loud. Meaning the level of sound will be very high. The level of sound will be very high. Spelling L-O-U-D. Loud. L-O-U-D. Loud. And the next word, water. We know the meaning of water. We will drink water. We will take water for bathing, for washing our hands, for cooking, etc. The spelling of water is W-A-T-E-R. Water. W-A-T-E-R. Water. And the last word is bank. Land at either side of the river. Land at either side of the river. The spelling of the bank is B-A-N-K. B-A-N-K, bank. Now children, we are going to learn some meanings of the words. We call that as synonyms. Our first word is forest. The answer is jungle. Forest, jungle. Forest, jungle. F-O-R-E-S-T, forest. Jungle, J-U-N-G-L-E, jungle. And the second synonym is jump. The second synonym is jump. The answer is hop. The answer is hop. J-U-M-P, jump. H-O-P, hop. Third one is bust. Third one is bust. The answer is crack. The answer is crack. B-U-R-S-T, bust. C-R-A-C-K, crack. Bust, crack. And the last synonym is splash. Splash. The answer is spread. The answer is spread. S-P-L-A-S-H, splash. S-P-R-E-A-D, spread. Splash, spread. Now we'll revise it. First one, forest. Answer, jungle. Forest, jungle. The second one, jump. Answer, hop. Jump, hop. And the third one, bust. Third one, bust. The answer is crack. Burst, crack. And the last synonym, splash. The answer is spread. Splash, spread. Now I am going to teach you antonyms. The first one, big. The answer is small. What is the question? Big. And the answer is small. B-I-G, big. S-M-A-L-L, small. Big, small. Second one, float. Answer is sink. Float, sink. F-L-O-A-T, float. S-I-N-K, sink. Float, sink. Third one, stretch. Answer, unstretch. Stretch, unstretch. Stretch, unstretch. S-T-R-E-T-C-H, stretch. And the answer, unstretch. U-N-S-T-R-E-T-C-H, stretch, unstretch. The last word, loud. The last word, loud. The answer is soft. The answer is soft. L-O-U-D, loud. S-O-F-T, soft. Loud, soft. Now we will revise it. The first one, big, small. Big, small. And the second one, float, sink. Float, sink. Third one, stretch, unstretch. Stretch, unstretch. Fourth one, loud, soft. Loud, soft. Children, we came to an end of the class. I'll just give a summary of today's class. First, we saw some introduction about the story. Our story name is the bubble, the straw, and the shoe. Shall we read it? Okay. Once upon a time, there lived a bubble, a straw, and a shoe. One day, they went into the forest. They came to a river. They did not know how to cross it. ஸோ ஒரு நாள் ஒரு காட்டு பகுதியில் பபிள், ஸ்ட்ரா, ஷூ 3 பேரும் நடந்து போயிட்டுருக்காங்க. அப்படி நடந்து போயிட்டுருக்கும் போது திடீர்னு அந்த காட்டில் ஒரு ரிவரை பார்க்குறாங்க. ரிவர்னா ஆறு. அந்த ரிவரை பார்த்ததும் அவங்களுக்கு எப்படி அதை க்ராஸ் பண்ணி அந்த பக்கம் போகணுன்ட்டு தெரியலை. அந்த ரிவரை எப்படி கடந்து போகணும்னு அவங்களுக்கு தெரியலை. The shoe said, "Bubble, let us float on you." No, shoe, let straw stretch himself from one bank to the other, then we can cross the river. ஸோ இப்போ ஷூ பபிள் கிட்ட சொல்கிறாங்க, பபிள் நீ தண்ணியில் மிதந்து போகலாம், உன் மேலே நாங்கள் ஏறிக்கிறோம், ஸோ தட் நம்ம தண்ணியிலேயே மிதந்து அந்த பக்கம் க்ராஸ் பண்ணிடலாம் ரிவரை அப்படின்னு ஷூ ஐடியா கொடுக்குறாங்க. பட் பபிள் ஒத்துக்கவே இல்லை ஷூ, ஸ்ட்ரா தான் ரொம்ப நீளமாக இருக்கும், ஸ்ட்ரா இந்த பேங்க்லேருந்து அந்த பேங்க், அதாவது இந்த நிலப்பகுதியிலேருந்து அந்த நிலப்பகுதிக்கு ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ணட்டும், அது மேலே நம்ம நடந்து போயிட்டு ரிவரை க்ராஸ் பண்ணிடலாம் அப்படின்னு பபிள் ஐடியா கொடுக்குறாங்க. So the straw stretched himself from one bank to the other. When the shoe jumped on the straw, it broke. The shoe fell into the river with a loud splash. So strawவும் அவங்க சொன்ன ஐடியாவை கேட்டு இந்த நிலப்பகுதியிலிருந்து அந்த நிலப்பகுதிக்கு ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ணுச்சு. ஷூ க்ராஸ் பண்ணலான்ட்டு ஸ்ட்ரா மேலே கால் எடுத்து வச்சதும் ஸ்ட்ரா வெயிட் தாங்காமல் உடஞ்சே போச்சு. ஸ்ட்ரா உடஞ்சி போனதுனால ஷூ அந்த ரிவருக்குள்ளே விழுந்துருச்சு. The bubble shook and shook with laughter and burst with a big bang. இதை பார்த்த பபிளுக்கு ஒரே சிரிப்பு. இதை பார்த்து ஆடி ஆடி சிரிச்சதுனால பபிள் வெடிஞ்சே போச்சு. So this is our story, children. Hope you learnt it.
Thank you, children.